you guys, it's Cece and welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be dedicated to Raid Shadow Legends with all things to do with Raid. That does include updates, beginners guides, codes, and everything in between. This is also the perfect time to start playing the game, and I am so excited to share with you guys exactly why that is. So the first thing that you actually want to do is download the game, but you don't just want to download the game any regular method, but you want to actually use my link. And the reason for that is that I have an exclusive link for you guys if you start a fresh account. So start a fresh account with me. Let's go from the start of the game together. But using the link, you're actually going to get yourself some freebies. The freebies are going to include a free legendary champion that I actually got to handpick. So I got to go through some of the legendaries, look at their skills and their looks. And this one I thought was absolutely perfect. So you're going to want to download it only using that link as a new player. And that is going to get you the free legendary champion Elenaril. And then once you reach level 25, I'm also going to give you a free epic champion by the name of Uugo, who is arguably one of my favorite epics in the game because he is such a good support unit. But again, you're only going to be able to get these only by using my link and only by starting a fresh account. So let's start this raid journey together. You're going to know that the code worked if you check your inbox. As soon as you're done the tutorial, you will see Elenaril in there. And then again, you'll get Uugo once you reach level 25. So as long as you see those in those inbox, you know you've done everything correctly. But again, it's only for new players and it is only by using the links. So be sure that you follow those steps. If you have any problems, just leave it down in the comments below and I will help you guys out. Of course, I'm setting you guys up for success. We're going to get you started with a legendary and the epic champion along the way, but it's also a perfect time to download because they do have an event going on where Raid has brought in some legendary champions based off Norse mythology, which does include Loki. And that's one of the easiest ones to get because all you have to do is play the game for 7 days and they will give you Loki. However, this is only going to run until October the 23rd. So you do want to make sure that you get into the game as soon as you can and start playing. Now, after you get Loki from 7 days of playing, if you keep logging in, you're going to get additional rewards on top of that. And I know what you're wondering. You're like, Cece, I thought you mentioned there's 4 champions. Yes, there is going to be 3 others. So along with Loki, which as I said, is going to be one of the easiest ones to get, all you have to do is make sure that you log in. You're also going to have the opportunity to get Thor, Odin, and Freya through different in-game events. So it is the perfect time to actually hop in and be sure you can collect those legendary Norse mythology champions. I'm sure you won't see this coming either, but I have another legendary champion for you guys. So I really do want you to get the best head start in the game. And this one is important because you can actually only get this within 72 hours of downloading the game as a new player. And you can only enter one of these types of codes. So I've actually gone through, I've looked at all the champions and those codes, and this is by far the best one. So you're going to want to make sure that you input the code Monkey King, and that is going to give you Sun Wukong, who is a very good legendary champion. I will go over his skills and share it with you, but you only have until October 31st. And as I said, only 72 hours within actually downloading the game to input that code. So that is the next one that you're going to want to do. And that way we're going to set you up with Elenaril, Loki, and Sun, which is going to be a perfect start into your raid journey. Let's go over these legendary champions and what makes them so good and why this is going to give you a really good head start in the game. The first one we have to talk about is Elenaril, which again, you can only get using my link, so be sure that you do that so you are able to get her. Her first skill is going to place the HP burn debuff on an enemy. Her second skill is really nice because it's an AoE, and this is going to place a poison debuff for 2 turns. And it also places a second 5% poison debuff for 2 turns if it lands as a critical hit. So having a poison debuff is going to be really nice for enemies, and it's going to help you in a lot of the dungeons. She also has the skill 3, which deals damage from all poison debuffs on all enemies instantly. So you'll see that that skill works really well with that second skill. So she'll place the poison, and then her third skill is going to allow them to get damage from those poison debuffs. Next, we have Sun Wukong, who is a really strong legendary champion because he does have a skill which is going to be able to ignore 50% of a target's defense. And if he actually kills them, it's going to do surplus damage to the other enemies. But he does have an AoE where it is going to attack everyone, remove all of their buffs, and then he's going to place a debuff on them to block buffs for 2 turns. So that alone is huge. Not to mention his passive, which is going to have the revive in it, a very, very strong legendary. Loki is a very good support champion and one that you would want to get for a number of reasons. As a support, he does have a skill where he is actually able to extend the duration of enemy debuffs. Also has a skill where depending if you're actually using it on an enemy or let's say an ally, if you use it on an enemy, then you are going to have the ability to block buffs, block active skills and things like that. But if you're using it on an ally, you actually have the opportunity to be able to heal them by 50% of this champion's max HP, and also buff them potentially for 2 turns. Also has a third skill where he has that chance of stealing all buffs from a target enemy and their turn meter, and that effect cannot be resisted if he's under the Veil or Perfect Veil buff. That is where this passive is going to come in, and that Perfect Veil buff is something that kind of makes him unique in that sense, because with that Perfect Veil, he's going to have that chance to be able to evade, so it's going to allow him to kind of move around and avoid getting hit and things like that, but also in the sense where he's supporting the team depending on if he wants to like focus on like the enemy and debuffs or actually healing the team itself. So not only am I going to give you guys a free epic and a free legendary to get you started, but I want to start this raid journey with you. Make sure that you download using the link, as that's the only way to get these exclusive freebies for a Cece crew with you guys. But let's see how far can we get in this game together. Who can make more progress? Join the journey with me. This is a channel that I am very excited for, and I hope that you guys join me along the way. You'll be getting videos 3 times a week, and as I said, it's going to be everything Raid Shadow Legends, and I will help you guys out along the way. So if there are any specific videos that you want to see, please comment those down below and let me know, and I will do my best to get them done for you. Otherwise, 3 times a week, you'll see different videos coming from me. So be sure that you do subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And again, be sure that you are using my link to actually download the game as brand new players, so you are able to get some of those exclusive things that comes along with my code. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Next level.